hard, huh?
It's going like so hard for my family, especially with me, because the money, they want to take our money, so I don't have no words right now to say it, but it's like we don't have right now money, and you're taking it away.
It's okay, you can cry. Don't worry about it. That's okay. I understand. Now, I will tell the chancellor. Anybody else want to say anything else? Over here, Karen.
Monica is going to say some words.
I don't want.
What's your name, man?
Victor.
Hi, Victor.
I won't fire anyone because they'll be poor and sad. They will never feed their kids. So when they don't have no money, they'll be very sad. And then they don't have nothing to spend on every month, and they'll be they will never get no food from anyone, from someone in their house. If you fire someone, they don't get no money.
Monica.
My mom and my mom. She has 3 kids to feed, and it's really hard for us. There's no like she's the main person in our house. And if you take your job away, you're not affecting you're not affecting her only, you're affecting us too. And you're not affecting only our family, you're affecting everything that on fire too.
I understand, Monica. I'll make sure that the boss, the chancellor, understands as well. Anybody else?
Carlos has some words.
Carlos? Who's Carlos? Anaís.
Dijo, ella quiere ir.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. Everything we hear is pretty bad. And what the chancellor wants to do, and what the chancellor told the representatives of the people, is she wants to try to get them back to work as soon as she can. Okay, so thank you very much for telling us all this information. We know it's difficult, but you make it better when you tell us. I'm sorry, has someone else? Who?
Can I make a question? Why only facilities management people is passing for this hard time?
I don't know why it's only facilities at this time. I know that they got budget numbers that made them think they needed to do this at this time. But I know what you're saying with your question. It hasn't happened to housing. It hasn't happened to the university center. It hasn't happened to the School of Medicine. It hasn't happened to the Scripps. I understand, but it's the same question that Jorge and Bob and others have asked, and Matthias. And when I have a meeting with them, I hope they have better answers than I have for you today. But I am aware of what you're saying. Why only facilities management at that time? And that makes it hard when you think you're the only one.
Because the university is so big, and if you guys are taking away, or 50% has to be equal for everybody, and more for the people who is getting more money than us. We are the 4 people in the university. We are who get less everybody,
That's
and
true.
why they are taking away
So she will
just a little
have a chance
piece that
to
you
see
guys
what
give
you
us
did.
just a few days ago.
Those are all good questions. I'm going to try to have answers for Jorge and Bob and Matias, Jose Manuel, whoever your representatives are at the meeting. I will try to have answers for you.
Nobody has answers for us, and that's why when you guys decide to do something like that, so you guys have to make sure that you guys have answers for us, because it's so hard to see that you are making laid off people, plus you are taking away. It doesn't matter how many years of service the people do for the university, you are reduced the payment, the monthly. So it's so hard for us, mostly for the single moms or single dads who has to take care of the kids, mostly when we have 3 or 4 kids. It's so tough for us to provide them not all, but the most things that we can do it for them. Food, house, clothes, and right now with the things supposed to be we are going to like this, and now we are now like 10 years out. So it's not like a human thing that you guys are doing with us. It's like you are doing something because we did something wrong. We work with daily. I feel so proud my work, and I do my best every single day, and it's not fair.
And also one of the question is the first time is for
That would happen to you. I think that's really not nice. 'Cause what if that happened to you? You would get worried because we need to pay our school, our food, and our house bills, and like everything that we need. And so I think it's really not fair for you guys to do this to us. And so all we're asking is for you to guys to support us and give our parents back the job and don't cut off the money.
Someone else that is on the list.
She wants to say something.
What's your name?
Jessica?
Jessica.
I would like to say that even though I understand that we're in recession and that we have low economy, that you can guys find a way to make your budget work out for everybody, because this is affecting us kids as well as our parents, because I have like 3 sisters. How are you going to tell them that they're not going to get a Christmas present or a turkey for Thanksgiving? So that's going you guys can make the budget last for the parents to get their money back and on their work.
Believe me, I understand that. And when I talk to the supervisors and the bosses, they know this, but I will repeat to them tomorrow when I meet with them what all of you said.
The just thing I have to say, this, just stop and read it, and you will see what it will work. The thing, just give to her like this is like trash can.
Never. Never. She reads everything that comes from the people that work here, and especially the kids. We would never do anything like that. These will be read. Thank you for taking the time to come to talk to us about this. I know it's hard. She knows it's hard. She will read these. And we will be talking to your parents' representatives from the union about all of this. Thank you for coming. And I'm sorry. And for what it's worth, I'm sorry. It is hard.
It's gonna be hard to, for the